Welcome to Inspiring Hope with Lois Hermann, a podcast that explores protection, healing, and personal empowerment through meaningful conversations and real-life stories. If you're sensitive, intuitive, or seeking clarity in this busy world, you've come to the right place.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. Lois Hermann joining us today. And if you haven't heard the good news, who she is and what she does, well, guess what? You are in for a treat. Before we break it all down, we're going to talk today, obviously get to know her more and talk a little bit about protection as a foundation, right? Secret space. So much to talk about here with our metaphysical hypnotist and founder, energy clearing and alignment of Academy of Light. Also an author and host joining us today. Lois, how are you?
I hope you're feeling better.
I am over COVID. So I had COVID, then the accidents, and my energy's getting better. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good.
Glad.
So anyway, so please introduce yourself to our listeners. Thank you.
Everybody introduced me as a metaphysical hipster. And that just means that I explore beyond the whole stuff. The type of hypnosis work we do is in that magical unseen where we explore the whys and the hows and the past and the energy of what we do. So after 40 years in medical and systems development, I have developed in this metaphysical model a protection-first approach to spiritual work. So many amazing spiritual light workers are unaware of using protection, and it is so critical. So what we do at Team, we help sensitive, intuitive people strengthen their energy so they can move forward with clarity and confidence and do what they love to do.
Well, thank you. We are here today and we're going to walk through a little bit about sacred space in just a sec. You often speak about, let me start with protection, right? So you use the lighthouse as a metaphor. And how does that image really help people understand what protection really means in everyday life?
We feel like in this busy world we're in right now, full of uncertainty, it seems as if there's storms all around us. And the goal is to not be the storm chaser, but to be solid and steady, full of protection, so that we can shine the light in the storms. And so as the lighthouse stands steady and strong, with the wave lashing and the storm is coming, it shines the light. So the goal is to be steady and solid, that for those who are looking for the light, we offer that light of hope. And that's what we teach, is starting with protection first, so everybody has a solid foundation in which to build on it as they grow in their spiritual awareness.
Wow. Spiritual awareness. Can you just explain that to some people, what that is, and a little background of spiritualness? Because not everybody understands what we see, what we feel, if it's kind of new to them.
It really is more, people are more aware than they think. It's kind of like when you're driving the car and you're so hyper-focused that you missed your exit. Have you ever done that?
All the time. It's like a trance. Yes.
Exactly. It's a trance. So that's when we are focused on our inner knowing, that is that spiritual awareness, and we can own it. It is called the sixth sense. We have our five senses: the sight, the hearing, the smell, the taste, and then the sensory. But we also have the inner knowing. So the inner knowing is oftentimes what people refer to as the spiritual awareness. And that gets shut down oftentimes as we grow. When we're young, we oftentimes have that intuitive knowing, but it kind of gets pushed to the side as we conform to what we have to do for the day. Once we start learning how to tap into that inner awareness, we let that drive us and help us to make more solid, more focused, more clear decisions. It helps with so many things in our world. And so one of the things that early on Archangel Michael had said to me in an early trance work that I was doing with a very special client, said, you must always ask the protection first. And protection, he actually listed, he said, across the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, the psychic, the social, professional, financial. So think about it. If you are protected first, physical, mental protection means we need to stop listening to all of the noise, the chatter that's going on out there, because what we hear influences who we are. What we read, what we listen to, what we think causes us to replay that in our mind. So we've got to protect our mind. We've got to protect our emotions. We have to protect our finances. We have to protect so many things. So the spiritual psychic part of us is that intuitive part that we dismiss. And when we start focusing on it and appreciating it, you know what happens when you appreciate something? It grows. So it's all about learning how to protect all of the valuable parts of ourselves in order to allow us to be a full and fully empowered person. Does that help?
It's important for people to feel connected, to feel grounded, and also feel, I should say, protected, right? And then you mentioned this area of something called sacred space. Could you share what that is and where this foundational practice really first takes shape in your work?
That's something that early in the work that we were doing with the Chronicles. Someday we're going to dive deep into the Chronicles whole series that I was privileged to write. While I was writing this series, the guides that came through in the Chronicles emphasized protection first. And we had to learn how to protect even the written work we were doing because files would get corrupted. It was very interesting. They really emphasized the importance of protecting everything we do. It took shape into specific exercise that has expanded over the years and changed, of course, because we all grow and change and learn. And as we share, we get new nuggets of information from our experience and from other people who we encounter. So the original sacred space that I learned over 10 years ago has definitely changed, and it adapts based on the situation that you're in. It's basically setting a foundation for everything that you do. For instance, I set sacred space before I jumped on this call, because part of it is protecting me to come from a place of integrity, honesty, and caring from my heart, and allowing my energy to flow completely as I am here with you. So I set sacred space every morning before I get out of bed. I set sacred space when I'm organizing client sessions, when I'm organizing. And it's all intended to be a structure so that we can all feel grounded and safe. This comes from my corporate structured designer background in technology. I want to have a structure in order to feel safe so that I can explore those unseen worlds. Because it's never about fear. It's about creating stability before we allow ourselves to step into something greater, a bigger, deeper awareness.
And if you are just tuning in saying, who is she talking to? I'm going to call you our spiritual advisor, let alone hypnotist, Lois Hermann, joining us here again today. Clear the storm, shine your light. And as a metaphysical hypnotist, she's joining us again today to talk more about the energy clearing, alignment, and all that she can do to really guide you along your way. And maybe out there, someone is listening today and they want to start creating a sacred space, but how can they start doing that? Maybe in a simple, practical way.
Yes, actually, I could tell you, I had a client that was really struggling, was always overwhelmed, and in the morning, opening her phone, and you and I can probably relate. We stepped into this busy, busy world, right?
Oh,
And then it doesn't stop. So this is about allowing yourself to take that moment, just that moment. And what I teach people to do, it's not about getting up and sitting in an om position, meditating. It's before you even open your eyes. You're laying there in that semi-state. You're not quite awake yet. So you're in that in-between. That's the perfect time to just lay there and set a beautiful intention. I'll be happy to do a little guided imagery with you here in a minute. But I wanted to share about this woman. So what she learned to do, what I was able to help her to do, is to take a moment before opening your eyes, setting your sacred space. It also involves setting the intention for the day. Because if you start your day with the intention for good, for positive, that's what you're going to draw to you. So it's all about allowing herself to imagine a calm, steady light, taking that breath and creating, like a lighthouse, setting a clear intention for protection, clarity, and alignment for the day ahead. And later, what happened as she started doing this on a regular basis, it was not that the outer world changed overnight. Her schedule was still full, her responsibilities were still there, yet somehow she felt different. She felt centered and responded, not reacted, responded from a place of more grounded and centered, kind of like the lighthouse, strong and shining a light before the storm of the day began. Over time, her reaction softened, her clarity increased, and her decisions became more steady. She wasn't reacting, she was responding. There's a difference. And so sacred space didn't remove her responsibilities. It really strengthened her presence. And that's the power of beginning your day, your project, your conversation with protection first. The sacred space doesn't change the world around you. It changes how you stand within it.
All right. Thank you so much. Do you want to do some guided imagery or do you want to go to the next thing? I want to hear a story about this.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you're driving and listening to this, please don't close your eyes. You can make soft eyes. So what you start always just by taking a gentle breath together, wherever you are, and allow yourself to become fully present to this moment of time. We're usually being too busy being human beings instead of human doings. And what we have to do is just be a human and take a slow breath in and gently release it, beginning with protection first across all levels, intend physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, psychic, social, professional, relational, environmental, technological. So now imagine a beautiful, steady light above you, just glowing through you like a beam of a lighthouse, right? And allow that light to surround you above, below, in front, behind, on all sides. It just envelops you in this beautiful, beautiful beam of light. Your space becomes defined. Your awareness is steady. Your energy is centered, filling your space with clarity, with intention, stable and supported. Inviting divine protection, whatever that is for you. So many people have different energies that they specifically call on your divine energy of the light. That's an important description and a definition, discernment that we'll go into later. But allowing your divine presence to fill you and support you on this journey, and gently affirm, I welcome what serves my highest good and the highest good of all whom I come in contact with this day. So there are many ways that we create sacred space. This is just a very, very simple, surrounding yourself in a beam of light, setting the intention for the day to be filled with honesty and integrity, and feel the intention settle. Your breath becomes even, your thoughts become focused, and your energy, your presence becomes strong. This is as simple as setting sacred space, place of alignment, clarity, and steadiness. So if this sacred space exercise resonates with you, we offer several versions on our website. You can just go to the homepage of the loishermann.com website and download a version of Sacred Space. And then we also have many versions from different of my team. They create their own based on their energy. And we have a lot of them on TikTok. That's a huge place that we create Sacred Space. And so if you want to just listen to somebody else at Sacred Space, you log in, and that's on the Inspiring Hope on TikTok. And we have so many Sacred Space versions there based on the personality of the person who is leading it. It's wonderful.
Ooh, all right. Any questions? Anyone? All right. For someone listening today, we want to know how can you make your space sacred? And we're going to talk a little more about this and what you can really do more for yourself. How can we contact you? We're going to take a quick break here, Lois.
LoisHermann.com, and Hermann has 2 N's.
Perfect. Anything else? Just the website you want to share?
Just the website.
In a busy world filled with distraction and uncertainty, how do you protect your energy to stay clear and focused. I'm Lois Hermann, metaphysical hypnotist and founder of the Academy of Light. On Inspiring Hope, we explore protection first, then healing and true empowerment through real stories, spiritual insight, and grounded wisdom.
All right, we are back here talking more about creating sacred space. Where did we leave off specifically?
The whole concept of a sacred space really evolved as I developed the Academy of Light. I used to teach, and I have been teaching different types of between Reiki and energy work for years. And what I realized is the sacred space and the energy protection needed to be the foundation. We needed to start there. I oftentimes would add it at the end. And then I learned, wait a second, this is the foundation. This is how you have to have a strong foundation before you can build the walls and the roof and everything else in a house, right? So the sacred space truly is the foundation. So in the Academy of Light, the very first level of training is the Lightworker Empowerment Training. And the first module is all about setting sacred space. And then it goes on from there. But our Academy of Light has a huge component to help the average Lightworker, spiritual seeker, someone who is curious, gives them the ability to keep their energy safe and protected. So that was my Academy of Light that I founded a couple of years ago. And the level 1 Lightworker training is wonderful because it gives them the foundation before they learn any advanced technique. They learn how to protect and stabilize themselves.
All right. Thank you so much. So you did mention this practice was really emphasized during early Chronicles work. How did that shape the protection first model that you really teach today?
Well, as I was saying, the Chronicles of Hope is a trilogy of spiritual work. And during that, I had to really learn how to use the sacred space exercise for myself and for the others on the team. So when we would get together and start working on this information, we learned that if we would set sacred spaces, set the intention, then the information would come through so much clearer, cleaner. We were able to be more focused and more efficient. So it really helped to structure the foundation of that book trilogy. Well,
what would you say, how the sacred light really becomes foundational in all of this training with the Academy of Light?
So the Academy of Light is the Lightworker Empowerment Training. I offer that typically in the fall. However, people can sign up and take it as a self-study. Even now, it's available now for people to take online as a self-study. I highly recommend anybody who is doing any sort of work with the public, be it teachers, doctors, anybody who is touching others and in their other energy space. It's important to recognize when you've picked up something that doesn't necessarily belong to you. We share energy. There's so much in that unseen world, from being on the radio. We can't see the radio wave, but if we put it on a spectrometer, we can see the movement of the waves, right? So there's so much in our energy field that we're not aware of. And once we become aware of it, we are more apt to keep ourselves protected and clear so that we can be more effective and efficient and stay healthier. It is important to stay healthy, and that's all about starting with protection. Then after you've got established the protection, then you go on to healing and then empowerment. So the foundation of everything we do is protection. So we do a lot with the sacred space simply because we do it every day and all day, and it just becomes second nature.
Got it. All right. Well, we still got a few more minutes left. What would you like your listeners to really carry with them after today's conversation?
Well, I think that everybody needs to realize we're living in a critical time right now where many people are awakening to their spiritual purpose, their mission. They're questioning, why am I here? What is it that I'm supposed to do? There's a sense of wanting that personal fulfillment, whether it is taking care of animals or taking care of people or gardening, whatever it is that we're called to do. It's important to do it with a sense of intention and purpose. And when we have that ability, it allows us to be more present for the people who are here around us and more present to ourselves. because discernment, and we're going to probably do an episode just on discernment at some point, but not everybody is supposed to be in our world. And there are people who come and go. People are there for a reason and season, and very, very, very few for a lifetime. And what we have to do is recognize the importance of protecting ourselves, our energy. And when we've got somebody who is a needy person who is draining our energy, we have to recognize that is the building to ourselves. And we have to learn how to keep ourselves steady, strong, and grounded. So that the more we're grounded, the more we can do what we're called to do, the more we can do what we love to do, and therefore fulfill the reason that we're here in this critical time in history.
All right. Well, also, for today, we still have just a few minutes left here. I want to talk a little bit about next week's ECA special. What is all of this?
Oh, I'm excited. It's a special 1 hour. So that I'm inviting Scott to be on with me, one of my associates, and it's sacred space, and we're going to expand on it. So the energy clearing and alignment is the process that we use when we help people to clear their energy. And it's a protection first approach, and it's designed to restore clarity, stability, and to be able to help the beautiful spiritual seeker to connect with their intuitive wisdom. That's our goal, is to clear the storm and help light their inner awareness. So our clients come to us wanting to learn more, and they'll feel a little stuck in some way. And the energy clearing and alignment process gently helps to shift the energy so that they can step into their pure energy. It's magical. It really is. So I'm excited to have Scott join me. And we're going to go into the ECA, or the energy clearing and alignment, much more in depth next week.
All right. Exciting.
Lots of stories to share.
Love hearing that. Thank you so much. All right. So to leave off today, how did you want to leave off with everyone? What would you like to share in the end to kind of summarize today's show?
Today's show is about keeping that foundation. You've got to have a steady, solid foundation for all aspects of yourself. And we have to be balanced on all aspects. Some people are really focused on the physical. Some are focused on the mental or emotional. All areas, all parts of us need to be protected, healed, and empowered in order to step into a fully sovereign, empowered being. And so that's our signature, is helping people to stand in their power, to be empowered, to be the best they can be.
Thank you so much, Lois. Lois Hermann with 2Ns.com, right? That's how we get you.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
all right. Well, thank you for being here, for occupying space with us and speaking with us. As always, we appreciate it.
Thank you for hosting me, doing the work that you do to bring the light to other people. You're doing a beautiful job. Thank you.
You're so sweet. Thank you. And everyone else, stay tuned. Enjoy your day. Take a deep breath. Love your life and know that things are going to be okay. Thank you. Bye.
If something we shared resonates with you, I invite you to stay connected. Follow the show, share it with someone who would benefit, and explore more at loishermann.com. Together we clear the storms and shine the light of hope. Until next time, look up, stay positive, and be the light in someone's day.